this line in a long time as a hit comes, and it should stay in bounds, and it does.
The serve, dug out by Bishop. This to the middle, and slamming one home.
Serves over, dug out by Brodzinski. Jones now an attack by Dylan Miller, killed good.
And free ball to the crossover. Eilertson will get the pass for Hawley, set up left side. Rusted down with a kill.
Set it up, Bostena left side. Big kill blocked at the net, kept alive by the Greyhounds.
So Jones setting across court. Here's Sip with a right-handed kill. The attempt is in.
And a reserve goes to Kiera Johnson, a libero, but mishandles it. It's an ace.
Jensen Richmond to Crockett. Crockett able to get it over. This one comes to the middle again. Culp gets the kill.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Thursday evening on yourliveevent.com. High school volleyball on the airwaves tonight here with this broadcast of the Aitkin Gobblers and the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Paul Vold on the call here this evening with the Cardinals taking on the Aitkin Gobblers here this evening. JV match went a little bit long with Staples-Motley winning 2-1, even though they won the first 2 sets of the contest, but a good mid-state conference matchup for both teams here tonight with the Staples-Motley Cardinals sitting at 4-4 on the season, taking on the 1-1 Aitkin Gobblers. Gobblers here tonight, of course, now going the distance in both matches to open up this season. Of course, a thrilling 3-2 victory last week. 1 week ago tonight, over in Crosby Ironton, where they bring back the pink boxing gloves to the Aitkin High School trophy case. And they certainly did their damage as well, going all 5 sets against the Crosby Ironton Rangers. That being with the likes of Jessica Much getting 45 digs. Emma Ostrowski led the way with 12 kills. And Kenzie Hamilton had 14 assists with 6 aces and 6 digs in that one, while Hannah Jones and Tegan Piesick did also bring in 7 kills apiece. And it's great to have the likes of Tegan Piesick back in the lineup for the Aitkin Gobblers, especially after being out all last season with that knee injury, slowly but surely getting reacquainted back into the starting lineup for the Aitkin Gobblers, and a much deeper team than they have seen in recent years, but also the fact that they do bring in a couple of players that do need some varsity experience coming into the season, but so far, just 2 matches in, Coach Julie Osmonds cannot complain about the performance of her team. Of course, it's all about getting ahead and then trying to stay ahead with it being such an early rise and an opportunity for them to get into the flow of everything. Of course, the Aitkin Gobblers 1-1 on the season. Now, talking about the other team tonight, that being the Staples-Motley Cardinals with a 4-4 record starting off this season. Down in Royalton with a tournament, of course, with 4 matches to start off. 3-1 on the season with wins over Royalton, Foley, and Pillager, with their lone loss being against Bram. But since then, since those 4 matches where they went 3-1, they're in 1-3, including losses to Pine River Bacchus, Foley, and then also notching a win against Bertha Hewitt. 3-1 losses against Pine River Bacchus and Foley, but ultimately getting a clean sweep of Bertha Hewitt, and then getting swept back on Thursday against Pequot Lakes. Did the Staples-Motley Cardinals, with Jade Story getting 5 kills, 5 digs, and an ace. Stephanie Sullivan had 6 digs in that one, while Annie Schlosser contributed just 6 assists in that loss, that 3-set loss to the for Staples-Motley against Pequot Lakes. So both teams trying to gain a little bit more momentum into this season. Of course, the Gobblers, of course, just trying to get more matches in. This is their second match in 2 weeks, literally 2 whole weeks into the season. They've only played 2 matches on the year, but they'll be plenty busy here throughout the rest of the week, while the likes of for the Staples-Motley Cardinals, they're 4-4 again. They're going to have a little bit of break before going into the weekend as well. But still plenty more to get here onto the pregame show as the Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Staples-Motley Cardinals. We're going to speak with both head coaches coming up here tonight. We'll step aside here for a break. Of course, Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Staples-Motley Cardinals. It is high school volleyball here on yourliveevent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on YourLiveEvent.com as we get a chance now to catch up with Gretchen Bestland, the coach for the Staples-Motley Cardinals here on YourLiveEvent.com. And Coach, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us before tonight's match.
Yeah, glad to do it.
Coach, your team, you've been off to a very active start. You're 8 matches into the start of the season. Of course, you played down in the Royalton tournament, 3 straight matches to start off the year. How have you seen things go so well, at least for the start of the year? What have you seen here from your team with so many matches already in here with a young start to the season?
Yeah, it's been a quick start. We've had a little bit of a tougher schedule with seeing Pequot right away, which I feel like for our younger team was good to see and kind of set the pace for the season. We took away some things we definitely need to work on to be competitive at that level. I am putting together a pretty young team. I graduated 4 seniors last year that were core pieces to the team. So we're working through rosters, changing lineups. Just moved up a freshman to try to get some setting time, trying a 6-2 versus a 5-1. So just playing around with it a little bit, but it's been fun to see them progress.
And that was one of the questions I was going to ask too, especially when you mentioned you have a younger roster as well, putting together, trying to find the right matchups. Who's really been maybe 1 or 2 players, or even more players that have really shined early on here to that have contributed for the Cardinals?
Yeah, so we have 4 seniors that see playing time. Maggie Clausen, our libero, she's a standout. She's a rock star. I would say she's probably one of the best that people are going to see in our section. So every night she just brings it. She's a workhorse for us. And then also our sophomores that we brought up, they're just really filling in the pieces well. So it's fun to see them progress.
Of course, with you talked about the match against Pequot this past week too. You run into them early on in the season. Looking at that matchup, what did you take away from that? What you mentioned too, with trying to put together, a little bit of different in matchups and everything. What did you see, especially with their being the #1 ranked team in the state?
Yeah, so it's interesting with our schedule. Like, we'll see some teams that will play a really fast offense coming up here, like Detroit Lakes. Wadena is on our schedule for the first time this year, and we know they're going to play fast, like Pequot. And then we'll see other teams that aren't playing as fast, and we've just told the girls that we have to work on that tempo, even if we're not playing a fast team. So when we get to those hard games, like, we can actually compete with them.
Coach, looking at this matchup you have here tonight, first time you've seen Aitkin here, at least for the start of the season too. What are you looking at here for your team to get off to a good start this evening?
We've just told them, like, we have to minimize our errors. So we're a little error prone. Serving has been good, but on the nights that we're not serving well, we can really see the difference in our play. Serve receive is another thing, of course, and then our attacking. So we've just said, girls, if we can minimize our errors, like, this should be a win for us.
Coach, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
That being our conversation that we had with Coach Gresham Bestland for the Staples-Motley Cardinals here on yourliveevent.com. The Staples-Motley Cardinals taking on your Aitkin Gobblers here tonight on yourliveevent.com. We'll take another break. We will get you our conversation. Coach Julie Osmonds for the Aitkin Gobblers. Gobblers 1-1 on the season. Staples-Motley 4-4. Mid-state conference matchup. It's high school volleyball here on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Welcome back to the pregame show here this evening on yourliveevent.com as the Aitkin Gobblers play host to the Staples-Motley Cardinals. First home match of the season for the Aitkin Gobblers. They take on the Cardinals here this evening on yourliveevent.com as we welcome in head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, that being Coach Julie Osmonds. Coach, as always, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us tonight.
No problem. I'm excited.
Absolutely. I'm sure the girls are excited as well to get their first home match of the season. But we got to take it back here. Of course, last week, an exciting match to say the least. Crosby-Ironton, the battle for the pink boxing gloves, went the full distance. All 5 sets played. Your team coming out on the victorious end from that contest. Back and forth each and every set, it seemed, and your team was able to pull out the win in that contest last week. What did you take away from that game last week?
I was just really happy with the girls, how hard they played and how mentally tough they stayed. I know it's hard, especially early in the season, for them to go 2 matches to 5th match every time. So, 2 games in a row, both to 5. It just has to be a lot of mental toughness and a lot of, just are we physically conditioned? Are we where we need to be? Are our legs ready to keep moving and jumping and doing all the things we need to do? And I was just really impressed that they pushed through and they just kept fighting and they wanted it and were determined that they were going to win.
Of course, Coach, coming into this season, talking about some players getting some much-needed varsity-level experience. I mean, looking at that match alone, obviously you have Jessica Much with 45 digs in that contest. Emma Ostrowski chips in 12 kills, but obviously getting back some other key contributors. Of course, Tegan and Hannah Jones as well did both chip in with 7 kills. But getting a lot of that experience, especially in a tight, full-length contest like that, and getting a lot of depth to come through in that situation had to be a good sign, especially with it being such a highly competitive match.
For quite a while, Tegan and been really show them what we need to do to win and just be leaders on the court. Hey, girls, it's okay. Shake that one off. Like, short memories. We're not going to worry about the mistakes we made. We're going to focus on the next point in the here and now.
Coach, with it being such a frequent time between one match to the next one, at least in the early going of the season, I'm sure things will pick up as the schedule gets moving along, too. You've had some time to get some, at least a little bit more practice time in. Looking back from the match and at least the first couple of the season, of course, that match last Thursday was your first win of the year. This week in practice would have been some big focal points for your team to get kind of ironed out before this first home match of the season.
Yep. We've just really been working on repetitive hitting. We need to be swinging strong every time. If we're going to win these next few games, Staples and Detroit Lakes coming up, we really need to be not just tipping and not just bumping the ball over. We need to be ready for our bump set spikes. And, we really worked on passing to the target. We have to get it up closer to the net than the 10-foot line. Really getting a good set out to those hitters so they can take their full approach and swing. And I think if we can get in that rhythm, we have a really good chance. We also worked a lot on our blockers, just closing that block. They have to be next to each other. They have to be talking and communicating. And, it's always hard when you get with somebody new. Those girls haven't blocked together or played together in a long time. And it was good for them just to get some more experience and some more practice together.
Of course, with this week of practice that you have been entitled to with this contest tonight, Staples-Motley comes in. They've had a few more matches. I know they had a busy weekend last weekend down in, at least started the year down in Royalton, but many more matches for them to start off the year. But what are you looking at here, at least for your team, to get off to a good start here this evening against the Cardinals?
I think it's going to come down to communication. They just really have to work together. They really need to support each other. We got to get those passes on target, and I think we can have a good game tonight. And we're really going to focus on the things that we need to do, because the issues that we did have against Mille Lacs and even the issues we did have against Crosby were more of our own unforced errors than they actually were the other team. So we just really need to work on cleaning up our side of the net, and I think the rest will come.
Well, Coach, of course, we hope that tonight's match also with everything we talked about comes to fruition against Staples-Motley. Best of luck tonight. I'll catch up with you after the match as well.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, that being Coach Julie Osmus here on the pregame show here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll get another break in. More still to come here. Of course, getting a look at our starting rotations. That's all coming up here as you're listening to Aitkin Gobbler Volleyball and watching online as well at YourLiveEvent.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real.
Welcome back here to YourLiveEvent.com as the Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Staples-Motley Cardinals here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Paul Vold here this evening from Aitkin High School. Of course, not the only volley match we've got on the airwaves tonight. Of course, over on Cash 95.9. 3WI FM, Sabika at Pillager tonight as well. And of course, earlier we did have cross-country reports over in Pine River as well. And of course, we'll get you up to date, scores, schedules, broadcast times, and more, all by going to rjbroadcasting.com. You can tune in tomorrow morning as well during the Wake the Lakes morning show. Still coming up here, of course, we do have a Minnesota Twins baseball with the Twins taking on the likes of the Kansas City Royals after taking the first two games of that series. Looking to make it a clean sweep with 3 in a row. And, of course, Thursday night football action, the LA Chargers at Kansas City. That's on 3WI AM 1270, 96.3 FM. Getting the final swings in here before we get fired up with tonight's broadcast here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll be presented our nation's colors here tonight, courtesy of the Aitkin Color Guard. And then we will get up and running with our starting rotations for both teams here this evening. Of course, we'll hand it over to public address announcer Jason Long with the start of our broadcast here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to Gobbler Country. At this time, we ask that you rise if able and remove any headwear. As the Aitkin Color Guard with members of the American Legion Post 86 and VFW Post 1727 proudly present our nation's flag. Please remain standing until the Aitkin Color Guard has exited the court. Volleyball fans, welcome to tonight's contest between the Staples-Motley Cardinals.
Our national anthem, of course, pre-recorded by a couple of Aitkin alums, with our nation's colors being presented by the auxiliary, that being the Aitkin VFW Post 1727 and American Legion Post number 86, the VFW 1727, and of course the Legion Post number 86. Get a look here at both starting lineups for both teams here this evening. Starting first, the visiting team on the scoreboard, that being the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Number 9 is a setter at 5'7" and a freshman in Annie Schlosser. Number 10 is a setter and also middle hitter at 5'9" and a sophomore in Livy Lorber. Number 11 is a middle hitter and is also 6 foot at a senior age, Grace Jennison. Number 13 is a defensive setter at 5'3" and a senior, Jace Kapliska. And number 18 is an outside hitter, 5'7", and a junior in Ellie Moulton. Number 21 is the libero at 5'5" and a senior, and Maggie Clausen, while number 23 is a middle blocker, and she's at 5'9" and a sophomore, and Miranda Schatzko. Head coach for the Staples-Motley Cardinals is Gretchen Bestland, assisted by Cy Bestland as well. Getting a look at our starting lineups for the Aitkin Gobblers here this evening. Number 1 is a senior in Maddie Hamilton. The libero's number 4, captain of this team as well, a senior in Jessica Much. Number 5 is a Brooke Zubke. Number 6, Hannah Jones. Number 13, Emma Miles. And Kendall Ratz is wearing number 14. And Tegan Piesick, also a captain and senior, wearing number 20 for the Aitkin Gobblers. Get ready here to announce the starting lineup for both teams. On the other side from public address announcer, that being the Aitkin Gobblers' first home match of the season. Gobblers will be in their home black uniforms, white numbers, red trim, black shirts with red shorts wearing tonight, while the Staples-Motley Cardinals will also be in the road blacks tonight with the, looks like, deep cardinal red, maybe even slight maroon. Cardinals going across the chest in maroon with white trim. Numbers white with that dark cardinal maroon trim as well. For those tuning in at yourliveevent.com, of course, Aitkin home events always going to be on yourliveevent.com. Be sure to stay up to date with our full broadcast schedule. Again, even at rjbroadcasting.com, we'll keep you up to date as well at yourliveevent.com as well. I believe the Gobblers did win the coin toss. Will be electing to receive the opening points. JV match went to the Staples-Motley Cardinals, that being on the set scores of 25-21, 25-17, and then Aitkin won the third set 15-13 as they run through the full lineup as the Gobbler volleyball players hand out candy and launch candy to the student section and also to the fans here at Aitkin High School. Liberos will be wearing the opposite jersey tonight. Jessica Much will be wearing the white jersey, red numbers, black trim. Aitkin in black with red trim as well. Number, then name of school on the bottom part of the uniform, while the Cardinals will have number 21, that being Maggie Clausen in the white top with the deep cardinal red, almost maroon color. Cardinals across the chest, maroon and white numbers as well. Looks like Gobblers will actually receive the opening serve as Jessica Much checks in. Tegan Piesick will be, of course, out, as it'll be actually Hannah Jones out of the lineup momentarily. So we'll see the opening serve. We see Maggie Clausen in the lineup as well to assert herself in the lineup for the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Cardinals will be working right to left on your computer screens as the opening serve played by Tegan Piesick on the back row to Maddie Hamilton, looking for number 13 right off the bat in Emma Miles. Hammered right over the net. Good block dug low by the likes of Kendall Ratz, sent over by Emma Miles from the front row. Set up by number 9, firing it over to the back range, just a little bit long on that hit from number 9 to Annie Schlosser. Gobblers up 1-0 here in the opening set. Nice dive from Kendall Ratz to get the opening dig of the contest, and we'll see Mackenzie Hamilton coming off the bench to serve here in the opening set. Played by number 21 and Maggie Clausen to the back row. It's sent over by number 13 and Jace Kapliska. Brooke Zubke's first swing, blocked to the net, and it'll be a kill back the other way. Solid block right at the net by the two towers, that being Livy Lorber and Grace Jennison, combining for the block and the point. Side out to the Gobblers, nullified. We're at 1 apiece. It'll be number 18, Ellie Moulton, to serve for Staples-Motley. The color scheme's going to throw me off here tonight as Tegan Piesick's punch at the net will go to the Gobblers' way, as it'll be a 2-1 advantage for the Aitkin Gobblers. Just a quick lift over the net from Tegan Piesick, and she gets enough for Brooke Zubke to get the side out and the point for the Aitkin Gobblers. 2-1, Gobblers lead. Zubke's first serve will play back row action from number 13, Jace Kapliska. Sent over to Livy Lorber. Dug low by number 1 in Maddie Hamilton. Fired out to the net, and Tegan Piesick a little too far out in front on that one. will be sent back the other way by the likes of the Aitkin Gobblers, tied at 2-2 here in set number 1. Back and forth we go here with the opening point. Serve by Maggie Clausen. Back row to her libero counterpart. It's hammered over the net and touched down for the point by number 10 in Livy Lorber. 3-2, the advantage. Clausen will go back to serve once again. Gets a running start to the serving line. Sends it to her back row counterpart in the likes of Jessica Much. It's hammered down for a kill on the far side. It'll be Hannah Jones for the kill. And that will make it now 3-3. Abby Palm checks in for the first time tonight. Palm will come in to serve, also seeing Hannah Jones. Of course, she just got the kill. She'll come back in as well with Mackenzie Hamilton back out on that back row action. Sent into the net on the hit by number 22 and Jade Story. Gobblers ahead now 4-3 in set number 1. And we'll just make that adjustment here on our scoreboard as well, that it is set number 1. Right at the net, tapped right over. Hannah Jones almost gets the block and the kill, but cannot follow through on the free ball the other way to the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Looking for number 22, Jade Story gets a tip off the side, and the point will count as the first kill of the night will be credited to Jade Story, tied at 4 in set number 1. We'll see number 10, Livy Lorber, going back to serve. One of the Case girls just checked in, didn't quite see the number. Long serve the other way. Gobblers try to keep it alive. Unfortunately, cannot, as Lorber will continue to serve as Staples-Motley gets the 5-4 advantage in set number 1. Lorber back to serve once again. 5-4 the advantage. Back and forth in the points department we go. Lorber's serve played up by Kenzie Hamilton. Jessica Much has got to make a run for it. Cannot get it to go. And it'll be an ace serve by Livy Lorber, the first of the night for either team. And Livy Lorber gets the first one for the Cardinals. That's 6-4 the score here in set number 1 of this volleyball match. Best of 5, first one to win 3 sets. Kenzie Hamilton whiffs at it as it'll be another serve. Back-to-back aces for Livy Lorber. A 7-4 lead for the Cardinals. As that ball goes out of the gymnasium, sending our official out to the concession stand, locker bay at Aitkin High School. Lorber's serve is just long and goes out. Service error by Livy Lorber after those back-to-back aces will be the first service error of the night for her. And we make it now 7-5 as we'll see a couple subs. Tegan Piesick will go to serve for the first time tonight. Tegan's serving at 84% on the season. Going to try and drop one in. She does for an ace. Tegan Piesick gets the point right back for the Gobblers at 7-6 they trail. 6-7 if you will, if you're tuning in here on our live stream here this evening. Of course you are, otherwise you wouldn't be hearing this broadcast. Served by Piesick. Back row to Livy Lorber, going to be sent over by Clausen on the third hit. It does. Free ball to Jessica Much. Set by Abby Palm, looking for Hannah Jones. Tips it up, and it'll be a kill for Hannah Jones. Hannah Jones will tie the set at 7-7. Back and forth we go as the ball loose into the corner. It'll be recovered by Piesick right in front of Activities Director Jason Klein. Wonderful job getting a set up here this evening. Served by Piesick into the netting after a couple of hits. Gobblers get the point at 8-7 back in front after the serving prowess thus far for Tegan Piesick. Piesick from the near corner. She'll send it cross court to the other side. Cardinals just recover barely, and this one will be a kill on the turnaround shot. Kill going to, I believe, number 22. Yeah, we'll give that to Jade Story. And we'll see Emma Ostrowski check in for the Gobblers while seeing number 18, Ellie Moulton, check in for the Cardinals, along with number 13, Jace Kapliska. We're tied at 8-8. Side out to the Cardinals, as going back to serve will be number 13 and Jace Kapliska. Sent to Jessica Much on the back row to Abby Palm, looking far side for Brooke Zubke's swing. It does not go as Kendall Ratz hammered down by Hannah Jones for the kill. Hannah Jones, 3 kills in this opening set already, 9-8, Gobblers ahead. It'll be Jessica Much coming back out to serve. She'll get a full running start. She's almost out of the gymnasium before she even gets that running start, as she'll send it over to the back row again. Livy Lorber, far side, hammered down, but played by Ostrowski. Gobblers send it over on the third hit to Clausen. Lorber on the set for Moulton. And it'll be a kill for Moulton, Ellie Moulton, that is, her first of the night. Tied at 9. Point back to the Cardinals, and it'll be sending in to serve Miranda Schatzko as the ball into the bench area behind the Gobblers. Now will be sent over by a fan over to Miranda Schatzko, the middle blocker for the Cardinals. She'll send it. Set up by Abby Palm. Free ball back the other way by number 7 for the Gobblers, that being Savannah Holm, who just checked in. Quick tap back over. Jones tried to get it back. No, it will fall in this time. A little bit of wherewithal and a play by Grace Jennison in the middle there. Just a quick tap it back over. Free point and a 10-9 lead, I should say, for the Cardinals. Is a hard serve the other way from number 23, and Schatzko goes long of the mark on that back line. We're tied at 10. Neither team building up much momentum. Short leads early on. Gobblers check in. Maddie Hamilton, I should say, along with, I believe, checking back in was Emma Miles, as Savannah Holm and Abby Palm are out. Low serve. Cardinals try to recover. They do. Dug low by Jessica Much. Far side, looking for Teagan on the swing. That's Kendall Ratz actually on the far side of the court. Livy Lorber to Maggie Clausen on the far reach once again. Hamilton in the middle for Emma Miles on the swing. It's going to be played to the back row there for Lorber to set. Now to Moulton. Dug out by Ostrowski. Far side for Kendall Ratz on the swing. It picks the corner. She hammers it home, does Kendall Ratz, after a couple of digs on that set as well. Jessica Much and Kendall Ratz on the back end of it. A couple of plays as well. Maddie Hamilton doing her job as she'll go back to serve at 11-10. Back row hit. Far side looking for Jessica Much. She keeps it alive, sent over by Miles on 2. To Livy Lorber in the middle, trying to hammer it over, a block to the net. It's sent in for a point for the Gobblers on the block. Emma Miles over there. Brooke Zubke in the middle as well, filling it up, and the Gobblers get a 12-10 lead after the near kill attempt by number 11 and Grace Jennison. Miles and Zubke get credited for the kill in the block, I should say, as it will be a tip after the kill shot back the other way. 12-11 for the Aitkin Gobblers. They still hold the lead, but the Cardinals get the side out. We'll see number 9, it looks like, Annie Schlosser going back to serve tonight. Jessica Much receives it to Maddie Hamilton, setting it up for Much once again. Sends it over on the third hit to Livy Lorber. Set up by Schlosser once again. Far side hit on the back row. It's out. Hit long of the mark from number 11 and Grace Jennison, as Gobblers get the lead right back at 13-11. See Mackenzie Hamilton. It was number 17 now serving, not number 1. 17 Mackenzie Hamilton sends it over back the other way for the Cardinals. Long hit goes well wide of that back end line. At 14 now to 11, the score after the hit from Livy Lorber. Hamilton serve, played over to the far side of the court. Lorber just sends it over on an emergency third hit to Brooke Zubke. Gets a swing blocked at the net once again. Zubke having her troubles getting the swing right through to Livy Lorber and also Grace Jennison. That's the second time that they have blocked a Gobbler defender and a Gobbler hit at the same time. 14-12 the score. The serve low of the mark, just gets over somehow on the second hit over. Lorber's kill shot is good, and Lorber will get on to the score sheet with a 14-13 deficit for her Cardinal teammates. It'll be Moulton to serve once again. She'll send it over to Jessica Much. To Maddie Hamilton, play at the net for Zubke. Backs up, tips off the net. Blocked, but still alive for the Cardinals. Dug out by Jessica Much over to their teammate, and she hits off the top of the roof but does not go through as Jessica Much kept it alive somehow. But it went off the top of the roof and then hit her once again on the way down. We're tied at 14. Ileana Moulton will continue to serve to Jessica Much, to Maddie Hamilton on the set. Far side for Tegan Pisik's swing. She just sends it over. Now it'll be to Schlosser. Lorber, quick tap back over to Maddie Hamilton on the first hit. Back to the Cardinals, a free ball. To the far side, tipped off the net once again. Much will dig it out. To Tegan Pisik, far side hit. To Clausen, set by Schlosser, looking for number 22, tipped off the tape, and a fall for Jade Story and a kill for her at 15-14. Gobblers did contend as much as they could on that opening play there for that rally, but have unable to come through with that point. At 15-14, they now trail. Hard serve by Moulton to Maddie Hamilton. Tegan Pisik takes a good swing at it. Dug out this time by number 9 and Annie Schlosser. Second and third hit long of the mark, as it'll be Jade Story sending it well wide. We're tied at 15 here in this opening set. Brooke Zubke will go back to serve. Set number 1 here on yourliveevent.com. Gobblers and Cardinals tied at 15. Zubke served to Schlosser, looking for Lorber. Blocked in the net once again by Miles and Zubke. There's Zubke on the back row. Block again by Miles. And Hannah Jones this far side. Dug out by Mackenzie Hamilton. Hammered over the net. Gobblers try to send it over on the third hit. They will not do so, as it will be a point to the Staples-Motley Cardinals. But credit to the likes in the middle of Emma Miles and also Hannah Jones. Not one but 2 blocks on that play alone, as the Gobblers trail 16-15. Miles gets a swing at the net. It's blocked. To Hamilton. Pisak sends it over in the third hit. Back corner play. Up to Annie Schlosser, looking for number 22 in the likes of Jade Story. And this one will fall right in at 17-15. Going back to serve, it'll be Maggie Clausen. Clausen sends it to Mackenzie Hamilton. Play of the net once again. Tipped right over, as we're going to play at the net, going under the net, it looks like, by a Cardinal player in that front row. 17-16, Gobblers trail. We'll get a couple of subs checking in. Savannah Holm and Abby Palm will come in to serve. Looks like Palm will come in to serve. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. Set number 1 goes to Sabika over Pillager, 25-16 on Cash 95.9, 3WI-FM, and also at rjbroadcasting.com. Palm digs it out to Maddie Hamilton on the back row. That's Mackenzie Hamilton, excuse me. Dug out by Story. Far side looking for Livy Lorber. She taps it right over. Easy kill for Livy Lorber. Mackenzie Hamilton getting a dig on that one, as well as Abby Palm, as it's now 16-18 our score in favor of Staples-Motley. Abby Palm sent over by Hannah Jones, tipped at the top of the tape once again by a Cardinal, hammered back over by number 22 in Jade Story. Quick push back over, trying to pick the back corner. It will go this time for Savannah Holm. 17-18, the Gobblers trail here in the opening set. Tegan Pisak will go back to serve once again. Cardinal student section making the trip up, trying to get their team back into this one. Jessica Much digs it over on the quick sneak attack by the far side. Hannah Jones' shot blocked at the net once again. Looking to set it back up. Third hit, free ball for the Cardinals. Livy Lorber looking for Story's swing. And it will not go as it plays up into the ceiling. Gobblers send it over into the third hit once again to Lorber. Hammered at the middle for 23, and shots go dug out by Much. Hannah Jones' swing blocked to the net. Kendall Ratz will get a swing at it. It's denied once again. This time Story's blocked to the net. This will be a kill for the Gobblers. Hannah Jones plays all around. Second, third, fourth opportunities. The Gobblers get the point. We're tied at 18. Gobblers send it over to Maggie Clausen in the back row. Clausen will send it over on the third hit once again. Tegan Pisak to Abby Palm. Jessica Much fires it over. Free ball, second hit. Third for Story, back row to Tegan Pisak. To Kendall Ratz on the swing. Hammers it right into the net, unfortunately. as that will now make it 19-18, Staples-Motley with the advantage. Maggie Clausen on the opposite side of Aitkin with a impressive opening set performance, and going back to serve number 13, Jace Kapliska. She'll start it over far side to Jessica Much, to Abby Palm. Over to Kendall Ratz. Third hit sent over, back row play by the likes of Kabliska. Hammered at the net, long of the mark from number 23 in Miranda Schatzko. Tied at 19. Gobblers had a 2-point lead multiple times. So did the likes of Staples-Motley. Jessica Much gets a running start on the serve. Tries to pick that weak side corner. Moulton sniffs it out. Sent over, Abby Palm. Now over to Jessica Much. Third hit to Savannah Holm. Back row to Kabliska. Set up by Moulton. No, that's set up by the likes of Lorber. Gobblers snuffed that one out. Blocked to the net once again, and the point going for number 23 and number 7. That being 7, Amelia Case, and Miranda Schatzko getting the block on that point. 20-19 in favor of the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Serve sent over to Abby Palm, now to Kendall Ratz. She'll send it over, back corner, long of the mark and just wide of that sideline, as it'll be 21-19. Cardinals in front. Serve from Schatzko to Jessica Much, to Abby Palm. Kendall Ratz in the middle, hits one over. It will be a kill shot for Kendall Ratz. 21-20, Gobblers trail here in this first set. Neither team relenting, even being down a couple of points. We know that this game of momentum can shift either way. Emma Miles, and we'll see Maddie Hamilton check back in. 21-20. Hamilton sends the serve to Maggie Clausen. Livy Lorber will set before it's sent over by Clausen. Tipped over by a Gobbler and dug out this time by Manny Hamilton to Jessica Much. Kendall Ratz will hit it over. Dug out this time on the back row from Kabliska. Moulton, it's out. And the Gobblers get the point. We're tied at 21. Gobblers doing their part, keeping this alive as much as they can here in this set, tying it up. No, the point goes across. No, the point goes to Staples-Motley. Not tied at 21. It's 20-22. Coach Osmus asking for an explanation. Or they say that maybe it was tipped on its way out on that far end line. 22-20. Staples-Motley in front. Served by Schlosser. Back row to Ostrowski. Maddie Hamilton over to Emma Miles. Blocked at the top of the net once again. Gobblers try to send it over. They cannot on the third hit. 23-20. Aitkin trails. Give credit to Grace Jennison there right over the middle and also blocking that shot in the process. Back end line by Schlosser's hit. Long of the mark. Or excuse me, by number 13 and Jace Kapliska on the serve. 23-21 Aitkin trails, and it'll be Mackenzie Hamilton's turn to serve. She'll fire one over. Back end line, long of the mark. 24-21. Set point here in set number 1. It'll be Ellie Moulton to serve for Staples-Motley. For the Cardinals, that is. 24-21, Moulton serve. Back corner to Mackenzie Hamilton. Now to Maddie Hamilton to Jessica Much. Dug out by Moulton. Set up by Schlosser. Hammered at the net by Lorber after the block. Tipped over the net. Now over to the Cardinals side to Schlosser. Looking for Story. Her shot will fall in, and that will kill set number 1 at 25-21. Staples-Motley takes the lead in sets 25-21. As we will step aside here momentarily, get you an update, of course, the out-of-town scoreboard, and get you ready for set number 2 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome back here to yourliveevent.com as we get ready here for set number 2 here this evening. Staples-Motley. Staples-Motley takes the lead at 1-0 here on yourliveevent.com. Of course, getting 5 kills, including the set-winning kill by Jade Story in that opening set. Gobblers and the Cardinals back and forth in that opening set, not relenting any momentum or any lead from that point. Battled through it all, but at the end it was the likes of Staples-Motley taking advantage of a couple of mistakes by the Gobblers, thus getting the advantage at 1-0. Gobblers will, looks like they'll serve here in set number 2 to open things up here. Hannah Jones leads away, 4 kills in that opening set for the Gobblers. It'll be Maddie Hamilton send the opening serve here in set number 2. Out-of-town scoreboard update, 1-0 Sabika on top of Pillager. Again, that's on Cash 95.9, 3WI-FM. That being a 25-16 advantage as Maddie Hamilton's opening serve sent over. Now back to the Gobblers' way. Hamilton to Kendall Ratz, tipped over, and it will be a point on the tip and the kill for Kendall Ratz as she'll open it up for the Gobblers, 1-0 advantage. 1-0. That's the score here in set number 2. 1-0 in favor of the Cardinals as it'll drop in for an ace as Maggie Clausen. Last minute decision. She was going to play it, and then it drops right in front of her. A last second decision to not play the ball. A 2-0 advantage for the Gobblers. Hamilton will go back to serve. Sent up. Now to the far side and the near side for Livy Lorber. Dug high by the likes of Jessica Much. Kendall Ratz on the swing, long on the mark, and it goes wide. 2-1. Cardinals will get the side out. After the hit by, actually it was Kendall Ratz on that far side of the court. Going back to serve, it was Ellie Moulton to Kendall Ratz as a double hit by Moulton will be credited for an ace as deadened right into the wrists of Kendall Ratz. First ace of the night for Ellie Moulton as she gets that side-winding walking start on the back line. In back-to-back aces for Ellie Moulton. We're tied at 2. This time Moulton just painting that back line, gets more ball in than actually out, and it's a 3-2 advantage now for the Staples-Motley Cardinals as Moulton serve into the net. law of averages as it works out. Tied at 3, Gobblers get the side out. Tegan Piesick checks back in. Kendall Ratz out. Mackenzie Hamilton in. And Emma Ostrowski out of the match for Aitkin. 1-0 advantage, 3-3 our score. Mackenzie Hamilton goes to serve. High serve to the back row for Maggie Clausen. Annie Schlosser in the middle looking for Jade Story. It will paint the outside line and it will fall in. Story now with 6 kills on the night. 4-3, Cardinals in front here in set number 2. Maggie Clausen going back to serve on that far line. Going it over to Tegan Piesick. Maddie Hamilton back to Piesick. Quick tap back over. It falls in. Credit a kill for Tegan Piesick. Tied at 4 apiece. Caught the defense sleeping for the Cardinals. Found it into a good spot and just dropped it right on in. Brooke Zubke into serve, I should say. Sent up by Schlosser. Blocked at the net. Hannah Jones, not once, but twice, denies. Number 23, that being Miranda Schatzko. Free ball for the Gobblers to the Gobblers. Blocked at the net once again from Tegan Piesick. It falls in for a point. Give Hannah Jones a couple of blocks there on that play. And also on the far side, I believe it was number 23 in Schatzko. 5-4 now inside out to the Cardinals. Sent over by Livy Lorber. This will be an ace serve for Livy Lorber. Give the ace to Livy Lorber. 6-4, the advantage now for for Staples-Motley. The co-ops are really getting to me. As it'll be a service error by Livy Lorber on the far side of the court. 5-6. Gobblers now trail. Abby Palm checking in and now serving. As Maddie Hamilton and Emma Miles check out. Palm serve to the back row for Maggie Clausen. Yeah, that is right, Maggie Clausen. High serve off the arm of Palm, and that will go down the length for Livy Lorber as she'll get another kill on the night. 7-5, Gobblers trail here in set number 2. Tight match thus far. But Staples-Motley starting to smell blood in the water just a little bit here in set number 2, leading 1-0. Tegan Piesick shot blocked to the net, more into the net if anything. 8-5, the Gobblers unable to recover. And going in to serve now is number 13, Jace Kabliska. She'll send it cross court to Tegan Piesick to Abby Palm. Play to the back row for Mackenzie Hamilton. Free ball. Kabliska hammered at the net. It just barely goes off the hand of Hannah Jones. Unable to do anything with it. As it'll be a 9-5 advantage. Timeout Gobblers. That'll give us a chance to get a timeout as well. 9-5 our score here on YourLiveEvent.com. Gobblers trail 1-0. YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
9-5 our score here in set number 2. Staples-Motley leads the Aitkin Gobblers as a block of the net once again. Maggie Clausen with another dig on the far side of the court. Gobblers set it up to the likes of Jessica Much. Free ball back the other way. Clausen keeps it alive once again. Dug out this time by Kabliska. Sent over. Blocked again by Hannah Jones. To Mackenzie Hamilton. To Abby Palm. Far side as we get a point called against the Cardinals, and that will give them a 10-5 advantage. Couple of nice plays down the stretch there for the likes of getting the Gobblers away from that point. Side out back to the Cardinals. This one falls right in and try to kick save, but Unable to come out with it clean was Kabliska, and Maggie Clausen with a couple of digs there on that previous point. It's now 10-6. Gobblers get the side out with Tegan Pisak set to serve for Aitkin. Pisak gets a walking start, sends a hard serve. Cross court to Kabliska, to Clausen, sent over by Moulton on the third hit. Dug low, kept alive by the Gobblers. Kendall Ratz unable to get with it clean. Nonetheless, a point back to the Staples-Motley Cardinals at 11-6. Largest lead of the night has been 5 points. That's where it currently stands for the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Checking in to serve as Miranda Schatzko. Emma Ostrowski into the game. Schatzko receives. Far side court hit by Kendall Ratz to Kabliska. Sent over, third hit by Lorber. Back line, it's long. Gobblers get the point and the side out right back their way at 11-7. We'll see. I believe Brooke Zubke just checked back in. Hannah Jones back out. As Jessica Much is running serve. Play to the back end line now by Maggie Clausen. Speaking of that back end line, sent over, second hit, and it'll be falling in for a point there for Abby Palm. They get the point back to the Gobblers at 11-8. Largest deficit they've faced has been 5 points. They've cut it down to 3 thus far here in set number 2, trailing 1-0. Jessica Much's serve to Kabliska. Clausen. Lorber gets it over on the third hit. To Much, set in the middle. To Savannah Holm on the free hit to the far side of the court now. For Moulton, who hammers it right into the nets. Gobblers get the point right back. They trail now 11-9. Set number 2 here this evening. Jessica Much back to serve once again. 3 points in a row, 3 straight serves for her. Front row hit and attack. This one sent in, and it's going to called out. Called out after the swing by Grace Jennison. At 11-10, Gobblers get the point and continue to serve for Jessica Much. 11-10 the score. Firing it over on the long hit. Service error by Jessica Much. First service error technically of the night for Aitkin. 12-10 the score remains. Close as they've been within range here tonight at 1 point. Now it's down to a 2-point lead for Staples-Motley. Serve played up to the front row again. Tegan Pisak will get credited for the kill. She'll hammer it over. Gets the spin on the ball and cuts it back down to a 1-point deficit. Jessica Much, who just served, will hand the ball off to her teammate in Maddie Hamilton, fresh off the bench. 11-12 Gobblers trail here in set number 2 to Maggie Clausen. To Livy Lorber, just quickly taps it over. Maddie Hamilton to Jessica Much to Emma Ostrowski to keep it alive. Free ball the other way for the Cardinals. Moulton, side winding hit to Hamilton, far side. To Kendall Ratz, looks to finish it off. She will do just that for the kill for Kendall Ratz. Nice play by the Gobblers as well for Maddie Hamilton and Ostrowski to get in a couple of digs on that play as well. It will be Maddie Hamilton to serve. We're tied at 12. To the front row now for the Cardinals. Moulton on the far side. Now to Maddie Hamilton looking for number 13, Emma Miles. Kill not good enough. Zubke taps it over and fires it down for the kill from Brooke Zubke. Welcome to the match tonight for Brooke. 13-12 the score. Gobblers take the advantage here since the opening points of set number 2. They've trailed throughout much of this second set. 13-12, they have the advantage to Clausen. Schlosser on the far side, had sent over by 11 and Grace Jennison. Hamilton to Zubke, blocked to the net. It will go out, and it will be a Gobbler point after the kill shot in the middle by Brooke Zubke once again. Back-to-back kills for Brooke Zubke after the block went out. 14-12 Gobblers lead. Serve, receive. The other way for the Cardinals. To Livy Lorber, she hammers it into the net. Making now 4 straight points for the Gobblers, and a timeout taken by Staples-Motley. Gobblers up 15-12 in set number 2, trailing 1-0 on yourliveevent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
(15-12) our score here on YourLiveEvent.com. Aitkin and Gobblers lead here in set number 2, trailing 1-0 though in this second set. Trailed throughout much of this second set, with there being even at one point a 6-point deficit for the Gobblers, but now hold a 3-point advantage thanks to back-to-back kills from the likes of Brooks Zubke. Trailing 1-0. Now make it a 2-0 advantage for Sabiko over Pillager on Cash 95 as a serve from Maddie Hamilton. Played in the middle by Grace Jennison. Hamilton, free set to Kendall Ratz on the far side, blocks into the net. Gobblers unable to come out with it clean, as Jennison will get credit for that block on the far side of the court. 15-13 our score now. Again, Sabika winning set number 2 over on Cash 95, 3WIFN 25-21. So thus a 2-0 advantage. And the serve and the ace on the back row for number 18 in Ileana Moulton. Moulton with her first of this set, third of the match at 15-14. Moulton serve to Jessica Much, to Maddie Hamilton. Quick tap back over. It's dug out this time by Clausen. To Jade Story, block to the net. Third hit sent over. Moulton to Schlosser, to Jennison. Dug out by Hamilton. Maddie Hamilton. Kendall Ratz's free hit back the other way. Schlosser far side in the middle for Livy Lorber. Blocked by Zubke. Point to the Cardinals, tied at 15. Gobblers trying to contend every way that they can here in this set to hang on to that lead, and unfortunately just were unable to do that. Jessica Much on the receive in the middle. Zubke tipped after the block attempt. Second time around, blocked by Livy Lorber. Free ball back the other way. Schlosser, far side for Jennison. Her swing, it's a kill for Grace Jennison, even after count them up, 2 blocks from Livy Lorber on the far side in the middle. 16-15, a 4-point swing now for the Cardinals at 16-15 the score. Ostrowski with the reception, sent over by Emma Miles to Lorber for Story on the swing, tipped, played up to Hamilton. Looking for Zubke, tips it over. Free ball for Schlosser. Now far side for Jennison, gets a swing. Blocked, killed once again by Grace Jennison, even after going off the arm of Emma Miles on the far side for that near attempted block at 17-15. Moulton continuing to serve for the Cardinals. Sends it far side for the likes of Kendall Ratz with a back fist, actually, after Jessica Much sent it up for her. Kendall Ratz, thus nice performance so far. 16-17, Gobblers trail here in set number 2. It'll be Kenzie Hamilton back to serve once again. She'll send it to Maggie Clausen, Jade Story. Livy Lorber, quick tap over. And it's going to fall, kept alive. Somehow Gobblers will keep it, and it will be a 4th hit that kept it alive, even though the Gobblers did their best. Nice dig there from Jessica Much as stoppage here currently, as we'll get a towel thrown out of the court here. Looked like a slick spot, or a spot that did not compute all that well for the Gobblers. 16-18, they trail. Serving will be Maggie Clausen here after the towel thrown over to the Gobbler bench. Clausen's jumping serve to Jessica Much. Maddie Hamilton over far side for Tegan Piesick, gets a swing, and it's tipped as it goes off the far end pole and out. Hitting error there by the Gobblers and Tegan Piesick. 19-16 the score. Clausen's serve. Back row hit. Played up by Manny Hamilton to Brooke Zubke. Quick tapped over, and she hits the net. 16-19 the current score. Point will go to Staples-Motley after the player and Brooke Zupke went into the net on the hit. Clausen serve once again to Kenzie Hamilton to Jessica Much. Tegan Piesick will send over a free ball for the Cardinals. Livy Lorber in the middle for shots go. Blocked in the net. Just gets over. Nonetheless, a point for the Cardinals at 21-16. Timeout taken by Aitkin. Gobblers trail 21-16, set number 2 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
21-16, the lead for Staples-Motley against the Aitkin Gobblers in set number 2. Staples-Motley won 25-21 in that opening set, as it will be. Maggie Clausen continuing to serve for the Cardinals, as she'll send it right into the nets. Gobblers get a reprieve and a side out now with the serve into the net, as Brooke Zupke will go into serve once again. Hannah Jones with a handful of blocks tonight as she's on that front row. Sent over by Zupke's serve to Schlosser. In the middle, Shotsko is blocked at the net by Miles and Jones. Another block session once again. Emma Miles and Hannah Jones. Really nice there in the middle, as the score now 18-21. Gobblers trail side out. Back to the Gobblers on the serve. Far side, Jade Story swing. Dug out this time by Zupke. Far side hit for the Gobblers and Tegan Piesick. Schlosser on the set. In the middle. Tapped back over. Fired right in there and lowered by Miranda Shotsko at 22-18 on the kill attempt, with Brooke Zupke also getting a dig on that rally. Serving Livy Lorber. Dug low this time on the reception by Jessica Much. Hit wide of the mark and out by Emma Miles, 23-18. Gobblers in trouble of getting down 2-0. Livy Lorber's serve goes out wide of the mark. Ask and you shall receive, apparently, as Livy Lorber's serve out. 3 aces, 3 service errors tonight, 23-19. Again, Staples-Motley, much more experienced crew, especially with now this their 9th match of the season. Aitkin only their 3rd match of the year. Serve long and out by Abby Palm. Set point coming up at 24-19 as Abby Palm's serve long of the mark. We will see Jace Kabliska in to serve for the Cardinals of Staples-Motley. Set point at 24-19. Played up by Tegan Piesick. Far side in the middle this time. Just in, they're going to save for Hannah Jones, and that will be another kill for Hannah Jones. 24-20. Side out back to the Gobblers, and back to serve will be Tegan Piesick, who entered the night at 84% serving on the end line. Her serve sent over to Shotsko, to Livy Lorber. Sent over by number 7 in Amelia Case. Jessica Much to Kendall Ratz, blocked in the net. Second, third hit once again. That will do it for set number 2, 25-20. Staples-Motley takes set number 2. Gobblers down 2-0. Set number 3 on its way here on the other side of this break on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Heading into set number 3 coming up here momentarily. 25-20 set number 2, a win for the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Unfortunately, Gobblers did trail early on in that second set, came back to tie it up, but then just seemed to have run out of juice in the late stretch of that second set, with it going to the Cardinals' way, 25-20. Back here with Paul Vold on YourLiveEvent.com. 2-0 in favor of Staples-Motley. Also 2-0 in favor of Sabika on YourLiveEvent.com as we wait for the start of set number 3 here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Only other match earlier today, of course, the other match going on right now on Your Live on Cash 95.3 WIFM, that being Sabika at Pillager, 2-0. Sabika on top of those Pillager Huskies. Set number 3 here just momentarily. Leading the way thus far for Aitkin. Looks like Kendall Ratz and Hannah Jones both leading the way with 5 kills apiece. 11 digs thus far for Jessica Much. Set number 3 set to get underway with the serve from Annie Schlosser sent to Jessica Much on the back row from Annie Hamilton. Far side for Brooke Zupke. Tries to dump it in. She will do just that, but it's dug out by Schlosser. Free ball for Aitkin once again. Sent over. Another free ball to Annie Moulton. That being Moulton, whose hit is long on the mark and out. That being Ellie Moulton. Ellie Moulton's hit out, and the Gobblers take a 1-0 lead. Gobblers haven't had trouble getting the early advantage. It's then just following up on those leads as well. Kenzie Hamilton's serve played by the libero on the far side. Now hammered at the net once again. Miles will send it sky high. Tapped right back over, and the kill for Livy Lorber. She's at 5 here tonight. We're tied at 1 apiece. 1-1 the score. 2-0 advantage in favor of Staples-Motley. Sending it over is Moulton once again. Zupke just quickly taps it up. Now played up. Shots goes hit. No, that's Jennison on the far side, actually. Grace Jennison will get the kill this time and make it a 2-1 lead for Staples-Motley. Moulton to Mackenzie Hamilton on the far side of the court. Temp back low, dug out by Clausen, but it goes nowhere as Clausen's dig did not help out her teammates beyond that as they're unable to help her out. 2-2, and Brooke Zupke goes in to serve for the Aitkin Gobblers. Serve played up to the back row now. Story, after a set by the likes of her teammates. Story swing, nowhere to be found as it's kept alive by Aitkin. Schlosser for Story once again. Dug out by Mackenzie Hamilton. To Maddie Hamilton for Tegan Piesick. Hits it into the net. Gobblers give up the point and the side out right back to Staples-Motley. Be Mackenzie Hamilton, that'll be Maggie Clausen again serving. Played to Mackenzie Hamilton, back to Maddie, looking for Emma Miles. She'll send it over. Dug out by Kobliska to Livy Lorber. Dug out by Manny Hamilton. Far side of the court, free ball for the Cardinals after Tegan Piesick gets a piece of it. That'll be fired well long and out. Kept alive, and the Gobblers get the point right out. And it'll go back to the Gobblers. 3-3 our score, set number 3. Staples-Motley winning 25-21 and 25-20 in sets 1 and 2. Abby Palm goes in to serve. A couple of players going after it, but only one of them touches it. Palm digs it out to Jessica Much. Now to Savannah Holmes. She'll send it over. Free ball for the Cardinals. Kabliska. Now it'll be to Livy Lorber. Dug out by Palm once again. Off the ceiling here in the gymnasium, but Savannah Holmes sends it over on the third hit. Schlosser for Story once again. Dug out by Mackenzie Hamilton to Abby Palm. Quick touch pass over the other way now for Clausen. Story's blocked. Hit, kill, will fall for the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Mackenzie Hamilton with another save, and Abby Palm with a couple more digs to her credit here this evening, and also Jace Kapliska. There'll be an ace serve for the Cardinals. Now 5-3 advantage as the serve will go on the ace for Livy Lorber. Lorber sent it to Much. This one is going to go out. 6-3 now the advantage for the Cardinals here this evening. 6-3 our score here on YourLiveEvent.com. Livy Lorber served to Jessica Much. Far side. Now Much will send it over after Abby Palm sets it up. Turnaround Lorber will get credit for that one as she drops it right in. Timeout taken by Coach Julie Osmond. 7-3. Gobblers trail here on YourLiveEvent.com. Down 2-0.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Gobblers use another timeout here in set number 3, trailing 7-3, down 2-0 on YourLiveEvent.com. Paul Vold on the call here for high school volleyball. Gobblers home opener. It'll be an ace serve once again for Livy Lorber right out of the timeout. Gobblers trail 8-3 in set number 3. Miscommunication between Tegan Piesick and also Abby Palm on that back row as Libby Lorber serve once again, played by Piesick, set up now by Palm as it's sent over by Much. Lorber back to Clausen. Jade Story will take a crack at it, dug out by Mackenzie Hamilton. Sent over this time on the second and third hit now for Lorber. It'll be to Schatzko, dug out by Palm. Kept alive by Much, sent over by Piesick. To Lorber once again. Maggie Clausen tries to fire one over as she's just short of the mark once again. Gobblers get the side out and the point right back for Aitkin, as we'll see Kendall Ratz checking back in. She'll come in for Mackenzie Hamilton. Tegan Piesick to Livy Lorber on the reception of the serve. Now hammered into that this time by Amelia Case. And makes it 8-5 the deficit for the Gobblers. Set number 3 here this evening. Piesick will get a walking start before she sends it over. To Clausen, back over to Lorber. Clausen's hit, long and out. 8-6 now the score. Gobblers, after giving a point, now have scored 3 in a row after that ace serve out of the timeout. Piesick serving once again. Dug out this time and kept alive. Gobblers look to send it over. Kendall Ratswell in the third hit. To Kabliska. Lorber. 2 shots go. She hammers it into the net. Gobblers keeping it alive and keep things rolling here as they're 1 point away from tying it up here in set number 3. Making out 4 points in a row for Aitkin. Piesick back to serve once again. Back row to Clausen. Tapped over by Lorber. At the net they meet to Hannah Jones. Sent over on the third hit by Piesick. Lorber on the set, looking for the hit by Case. It'll be a free ball high in the air. Looking for Piesick once again on the rally. High ball into the air. Gobblers send it over. Now it's Staples-Motley's turn. Jade Story dug out by Pisak. Kendall Ratz can't get there. It'll be another kill for Jade Story. 9-7 the score in set number 3. Couple of nice plays all around. Tegan Pisak with a dig there on that opportunity. Amelia Case on the far side of the court as well for the Cardinals. We'll see Jade Story sending for the first time. She was over the line on the serve. Service error by the likes of Jade Story, her first of the night. Gobblers get the point and the side out right back out to them, trailing now 9-8. Jessica Much. Dug out this time by Clausen. Hit in the net by Moulton. We're tied at 9 apiece here in set number 3. We're tied at 9. Staples-Motley still with a 2-0 advantage here in set number 3. Jessica Much continues to serve to Clausen, to Lorber. Kendall Ratz will fire it in, and it'll be a kill for the Gobblers. Kendall Ratz. Welcome back, Kendall Ratz, with a 10-9 lead now for Aitkin. Much will continue to serve now. She'll start almost out of the gymnasium on the far side of the court. Gets it to Kabliska. Now on the far side for Moulton. Hit into the net, as they're going to say. A hit in the net. Gobblers will get the point. At 11-9 the score. We'll see Much continue to serve on the back end line. Gobblers have now rattled off 8 of the last 9 points. To Abby Palm, far side to Kendall Ratz, just keeps it alive to Moulton. Lorber back to Moulton once again, dug out by Palm. Now we'll go to Jessica Much. Savannah Holm will send it over on the third hit. We'll go to the far side for Lorber. Quick turnaround, dug out by Much once again. Abby Palm tries to pick the back corner. She cannot get it over. It'll go to Moulton. Ratz with a dig. To Palm on the set. Going to Savannah Holm on the third hit. Sends it over to Clausen. To Lorber on the set. In the middle, high hit, out. Asking for a tip, they do not get it. Aitkin now with a 12-9 advantage. Digs all around, played front and back row all around, if you want to say, as the serve will continue for Jessica Much. She took something off of it. Awkward play by the Staples-Motley Cardinals, but the Gobblers keep it alive. To Savannah Holmes, sent over. Oh, it hits the net. That will end that rally as the Gobblers rattled off 9 of the last 10 points to take a 12-10 advantage. And now we'll see Staples-Motley with the ball in their hand. And Stephanie Sullivan checking in for the first time tonight here in set number 3. She'll serve to Jessica Much, to Abby Palm. In the middle for Kendall Ratz, a little too far in front. Amelia Case will shut that down in a hurry. And she'll get the kill at 12-11. Cardinals still with the deficit, but now continuing to serve for Stephanie Sullivan. Sullivan's serve on the left-handed serve to Savannah Holm and out. It'll be an ace serve for Stephanie Sullivan. 12-12. We are now tied here in set number 3, but it's Staples-Motley with the advantage at 2-0. Sullivan serving 12s, wearing number 12, to Abby Palm for Savannah Holm on the swing. Dug out by Livy Lorber. It'll be fired over, tipped at the net by Jade Story. To Jessica Much, to Savannah Holm once again. And this one is going to fall in, and it will be for Savannah Holm. A kill for her, even after that rally by the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Gobblers get the point in the side out and the serve at 13-12. It'll be Maddie Hamilton back off the bench to serve here in set number 3. Cardinals with a 2-0 advantage. Lorber to Case. 14-12 the score. Aitkin with the advantage here in set number 3. Hamilton with a running start to Moulton. Back over to Moulton after the set from her teammate Livy Lorber, fielded by Aitkin cleanly. To Brooke Zupke. No, actually, that's a far side, and Kendall Ratz with another catch. leading the way now with 7 on the night for Kendall Rats. 15-12, Aitkin in front. Maddie Hamilton back to serve once again for the Gobblers. Sends the hit to Moulton, set up by Lorber. Now looking for shots go to finish it. No, that's Grace Jennison. Doesn't get it clean. Dug out by the Gobblers. Moulton to Much. Back to Moulton and Jennison to Savannah Holm. They're going to call that one in. And it looks like actually it is Amelia Case with her second of the night. And 15-13 Cardinals trail. They do get the serve now, seeing Annie Schlosser returning to the service line here this evening. Schlosser right in the middle of the court. Sends it over far side, and this one just out, as it will be an ace serve for Annie Schlosser, as just getting the forearms up on the back fist was Kendall Rats. And now Staples-Motley trails by 1 at 15-14. Schlosser served to Jessica Much. To Emma Miles. It'll be another ace. We're tied at 15. Schlosser with back-to-back aces now ties the ball game up at 15-15. Schlosser will send it over on the serve, long of the mark and out. 16-15 Aitkin with the advantage now here in set number 3. Kenzie Hamilton off the bench, checking back in. She'll go into serve for Kendall Rats. Emma Ostrowski is also out. Livy Lorber over on the third hit to Maddie Hamilton. Tegan Piesick timing it up, blocks it, but it will be a kill for Tegan Piesick. 17-15 Gobblers lead now here in set number 3. Kenzie Hamilton will continue to serve. Played to the back row for Jade Story. To Annie Schlosser, now to Livy Lorber, who's on the front. She will get the kill for Lorber. Have her down for now 6 kills on the night. No, yep, that makes it 6 kills. Or 7 kills, excuse me. Cardinals trail 17-16. Jessica Much on the reception of the serve to Tegan Piesick far side. And it's long and out. 17-17 in set number 3. Ellie Moulton will go into serve. To Kenzie Hamilton, to Maddie Hamilton. Brooke Zubke on the tip, and the kill shot fired back the other way with Brooke Zubke in the middle. Goes off the hand of a Cardinal, but nonetheless, Aitkin gets the point and will continue to serve as well. Serve now at 17-16. This one into the net after the kill shot attempt, as we'll send it back over the other way. Zubke digs it out to Hannah Jones, long of the mark and out. We're tied at 17. Now 18-18, I believe I have the score. Officials timeout down the floor. Looks like we have some confusion on the score. I have 18-18 as our score. Now it looks like we're going to go over from the official in front of the scorer's table to the official up on the stand. Should be 18-18. That's what I have. I doubt they're going to ask me what the score is. Highly doubt it. Now they're asking Jessica Much, or at least she's confirming what she believes the score to be at 18-18. So the previous, Aitkin took the lead at 18-17. I have that down. So we're going to take off a couple of points here, it looks like. We're just going to redo it with the Gobblers having a 17-16 lead. So it's 18-16. All right, now we've got that straightened out. Gobblers do have the serve. Now they put 17 back on the board. I guess I have to follow suit as well so people at home don't get confused on what the actual score is. Coach Bestland, Coach Osmus, and now the official in front of the scorer's table are talking things over on what the set score is here for set number 3. Staples-Motley took these first 2 sets 25-21, 25-20. Now we wait here and try to configure everything as the Gobblers and the Cardinals confirm what the score is. 18-17 now is the score on the scoreboard, and that's what we are going to go with as well. Gobblers will get the serve here with Brooke Zubke going back to the service line. So Aitkin will get the serve back, and Brooke Zubke's serve to Maggie Clausen. To Annie Schlosser, Livy Lorber in the middle. Mackenzie Hamilton handles it clean. Sent over on two. Schlosser to Livy Lorber. Sent over by Grace Jennison. Zubke digs it out to Maddie Hamilton. Far side, firing it over. And this will be a kill for the Gobblers. And Hannah Jones is back on the stat sheet with a kill at 19-17. Gobblers trying to rally here in this set and try to cut into the deficit. Serve sent over. Now to the back row. Fired up front row. Jade Story will hammer home a kill for the Cardinals at 9 kills on the night at 19-18. Staples-Motley trails here in set number 3. 19-18 the score. Maggie Clausen to serve. Now played up to Emma Miles. It's blocked to the net, and we get a point here for the Cardinals after the hit into the net. 19-19. Clausen will continue to serve. Clausen gets a running start. Fires it over, dug low, and it's going to be played up now. Third hit over by Mackenzie Hamilton after ricochets. They're going to say that's 4 hits because after the initial touch by Jessica Much, it went off Mackenzie Hamilton, then went off Maddie Hamilton, then Mackenzie sent it over, and now it's going to be a 20-19 advantage. Clausen serve to Mackenzie Hamilton to Maddie Hamilton. Quick turnaround shot, not going to be played up to the front row. Jade Story dug out by Jessica Much. So she'll send it on the third hit and sneaks right over the top of the tape as Jessica Much will get the Gobblers tied at 20 in set number 3. Gobblers will serve. 20-20 the score. Abby Palm in to serve for Aitkin. She'll stand a stagnant, one step forward through on the serve. Back row for Kabliska. Looking for Jade Story to hammer it over. Dug out by Palm as it goes off the basketball hoop, and it will fall in as it goes out, actually 21-20, as the Gobblers trailing now here in set number 3. Livy Lorber served to Jessica Much, to Abby Palm, far side in the middle for Hannah Jones. Dug out this time by Livy Lorber, to Clausen, to Jade Story, off the tape, but will stay alive as Abby Palm over to her teammate in that being Savannah Holmes. Sent over by Jace Kabliska, the lefty on the third hit. Palm over to Jones in the middle. This one wide of the mark, 22-21. Staples-Motley in front in set number 3 with a 2-0 advantage. Livy Lorber will continue to serve for the Cardinals. Starting here on the near side, walking start to Tegan Piesick to Abby Palm. Far side for Savannah Holm. This one's going to keep alive somehow. No, they're going to say a point for Aitkin. They're going to continue to play. Falls in. Savannah Holm will get the kill as it was a late whistle. Not much confidence on the whistle there from the officials, but nonetheless a point awarded to Aitkin. Trailing now 22-21 is Tegan Piesick back to serve. Her serve will go off the tape, but still follows through, and it'll be to Amelia Case, dug out by Tegan Piesick to Abby Palm. Savannah Holmes swings. It will be dug out this time by Kabliska. 4 shots go in the middle, dug out by Piesick once again to Palm. Looking for Kendall Ratz on the kill swing. She will get it. We're tied at 22 points apiece. 22-22 as Piesick will continue to serve. Piesick will send it over on her serve to Jade Story, to Maggie Clausen. It'll be Kabliska to send over a free ball to the Gobblers, and Abby Palm for Hannah Jones. It's dug out by Story once again, sent over free ball for the Gobblers, but need to get back in order. And the Cardinals will take a 23-22 advantage as subs will check in for the Gobblers and Emma Ostrowski. 23-22. It will be going back to serve number 22 in Jade Story. Story's serve. Played by Ostrowski to Jessica Much. Much looks for Kendall Ratt's far side. It will be set up by Lorber as it goes right between her fingers, and we're tied at 23. Mistiming that one, but it's 23-23. First team to score the next 2 points will take the set. Jessica Much's serve to Maggie Clausen. Far side for Ellie Moulton, Ellie Moulton, that is. Savannah Holmes hit to Livy Lorber. Now in the middle for Schatzko. Hits into the net, 24-23. Set point coming up for Aitkin. Timeout taken by the Staples-Motley Cardinals. We'll just keep it right here. Definitely don't want to miss anything because, of course, over on, looks like, Cash 95.9, 3WI FM. It will take a whole another set to decide at least a winner. Pillager takes set number 3, 28-26 against the Sabika Trojans. 2 sets to 1. Sabika leads in that match as well. 24-23 set point. Gobblers have the serve here, but Staples-Motley would like to score the next 3 points and thus finish it off here in 3 sets tonight. But we'll find out here after this next serve at 24-23. Gobblers will have the serve here with it being set point. Jessica Much back to serve once again for Aitkin. She will go back, running start at the line. She'll fire it over to Ellie Moulton. To Case once again. Ellie Moulton can't keep it alive. We're tied at 24. Have to win by 2 once you get past 25. 24-24 is the score, as it will be Moulton getting credit for that kill, as the Cardinals now send in Stephanie Sullivan to serve. Sullivan serve to Jessica Much on the back row. Far side, it will fall in. Match point coming up at 25-24. Sullivan 1 point away from sending the Cardinals home with a victory. Sullivan serve to the Gobblers side. It will go out. We're tied at 25 once again. Service error from Stephanie Sullivan will tie it up at 25. Substitutions in. We'll get Miranda Schatzko in for Stephanie Sullivan. Maddie Hamilton, if you will go into serve for Aitkin. 25-25. Team has to win by 2 to Moulton. Livy Lorber to Maggie Clausen. Low dugout by Ostrowski. Looking for Zubke on the swing. Dugout by Clausen once again. Moulton gets a swing at it. It's going to fall. No, it's going to stay alive. Nice dig by Jessica Much. Far side, it goes out. Cardinals with the lead. Match point coming up even after a couple of beautiful digs from Clausen and even Jessica Much to keep that alive for the Gobblers. Match point coming up, 26-25, and Annie Schlosser will serve to Emma Ostrowski to Zubke. Far side for Emma Miles. Dug out by Jade Story. To Schlosser looking for Moulton. Double hit. No, it's going to be kept alive. Livy Lorber will drop it in. That will do it. 27-25. Staples-Motley comes out with the victory here tonight. Post-game show coming up here from Aitkin High School. The Gobblers fall in 3 sets tonight against the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Step aside here for a break. Before we break things down here from Aitkin High School, 3-0. Cardinals win on yourliveevent.com.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
Let's get real.
Welcome back here tonight on yourliveevent.com. As a final score here tonight, 3-0. Staples-Motley takes down the Aitkin Gobblers here tonight. But we welcome here onto the post-game show here this evening. We do have Tegan Piesick and Hannah Jones joining us here also on the post-game show. I couldn't quite read the number there on the uniform. Girls tonight, first home match of the season. I'm sure it was nice to get on the home court finally after a bit of a long start to the season for your team.
Yeah, it felt nice to finally be able to play in front of our own fans and on our own court where we're more comfortable, and it was fun.
Definitely. The home crowd's nice.
Yeah, I'm sure it is very nice to have your home fans and, of course, friends there encouraging you on as well. But with it, it was a very competitive match from the start, too. Get off to a good start as well, but just unable to close out a couple of sets. How did you feel down there on the court with it being so tightly contested throughout tonight?
It was a good, intense atmosphere. We just cracked a few times on serve receive and defensive stuff that we can execute better, and we'll practice that in the upcoming practices too.
Yeah, mental errors are a big thing too, but that's just, as the season goes on, those will be limited every game.
Yeah, and I know with it being so tightly contested, really good matchup for your team as well. I know that with it being a return to the court as well for you after a long absence, of course, going basically a whole week without a match too. You feel like a little rust to shake off, especially in that first couple of sets?
A little bit, yeah. Practices have been hard because junior high started practice, so now we have C squad, JV, and varsity all in one gym, so it's harder to get the reps that we need, but we'll work at it and we'll get it under control.
Got a nice long week. Got a weekend coming up here, I believe, over in Crosby this weekend for you two, for the team as well. Lots of matches to look forward to. Girls, thanks so much for coming on the post-game show.
Yeah, thank you.
Tegan Piesick and Hannah Jones joining us here on the post-game show. Gobblers fall 3-0 here tonight in Aitkin. 25-21, 25-20, 27-25. Those final scores here this evening. Take another break, get a look here at the numbers, our out-of-town scoreboard, see if we can catch word from Coach Osmus coming up. Gobblers fall by the score 3-0, 25-21, 25-20, 27-25 here on yourliveevent.com.
For a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
Welcome to Aitkin Schools. Keep informed with district news and information for parents, families, students, and staff with your visit to the Aitkin School website at home.isd1.org. Our mission at Aitkin Schools is to empower students to be lifelong learners and citizens by maximizing community, parent, and staff involvement while developing high expectations and achievement in a safe learning environment. We are ISD1.
Welcome back to Aitkin High School tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Gobblers fall by the set scores 25-21, 25-20, 27-25, a clean sweep by the Staples-Motley Cardinals here tonight as we get a look here at some of the unofficial numbers from our broadcast here this evening. Livy Lorber leading the way for Jade Story leading in the kills department for the Staples-Motley Cardinals. 9 kills on the night, but a complete performance for Livy Lorber. 7 kills, 5 digs, along with 4 blocks in the night, 5 aces serving-wise here tonight. But again, we'll get more to that with some of our stats here this evening. Now joining us here on the post-game show, Aitkin Gobblers head volleyball coach Julie Osmus joins us here tonight. Coach, very competitive sets all the way through. Unfortunately, Gobblers just come up on the short end here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I was really hoping we were going to pull that last one off. I mean, I just kept hoping and thinking, okay, we've got this, this. And we just really been struggling finishing. And we've just got to get that mental toughness and finish those hard games. And, you know, I know our bodies get tired, but they've just got to push through it.
Seen that a few times, especially tonight as well. Get off to a good start. Then there's a certain point where you get down 3 or 4 points as well, but then come back to rally, take a lead, and like you said, finishing the match as well. I mean, the third match in basically 2 weeks for your team, too. Kind of shows a little bit. You can get all the reps you want in practice, but game situation stuff doesn't happen unless you actually play the matches in total.
Yeah, we're really excited to have a tournament this weekend. I mean, it just gives us a lot of opportunity to play some different teams, see some different things, you know, just watch the things we need to work on. I mean, I know we really struggled with serve receive tonight and getting it to where we need to for the targets. And, you know, that just happens some nights, but we got to figure that out and pull it through if we want to win our next game.
Coach, also, too, talking with, the likes of Hannah and also Tegan as well. Obviously, finishing the finishing sets is obviously the big thing that we talked about there, but also just being able to finally play a home match too was a really nice atmosphere, good crowd here tonight, but obviously not the result that we wanted here this evening.
You know, I really appreciated all the fans we had here. They were great, and I mean, they really supported us, and you know, we couldn't have asked for a better crowd. That's huge, and we really need that energy, and we need that momentum, you know, to keep going with our season. The season's going to get quick and long. We're going to start having lots of tournaments and lots of games in a week. So we've got to get that stamina up and get ready to finish those games.
Well, it all starts this weekend over in Crosby, I believe that is, with that tournament over there. But best of luck here this weekend. Look forward to talking to you next week,
Thank you, yep.
Coach Julie Osmus for our Aitkin Gobblers joining us here on the post-game show. Again, Gobblers fall in straight sets here this evening as we get a look now at, again, some more of the numbers here from tonight's contest. Again, Livy Lorber leading the way completely overall. 7 kills, 5 digs, 4 blocks, 5 aces on the night as well for her. But Gobblers get Kendall Ratz with 8 kills tonight, 6 for Hannah Jones joining us here on the postgame show just a little bit ago at the same time. On the night, Jessica Much had her down for 13 digs. Abby Palm chips in 10 coming off the bench, while Kenzie Hamilton also added another 8 coming off the bench for Aitkin. Tegan Piesick, 4 kills, 5 digs on the night as well. Gobblers, again, just unable to finish in those sets, even after competing, rallying through, but again, unable to finish in those contests here this evening. Again, final scores at 25-21, 25-20, 27-25. Staples-Motley sweeps the Aitkin Gobblers here this evening. getting a chance now to announce our big deal player of the game here tonight. Of course, brought to you by all of our wonderful and great sponsors. Brandel Motors of Aitkin, now Adwater Motors in Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, and Takedown Gym in Brainerd. Big deal player of the game tonight. I mean, overall complete performance. Livy Lorber in the middle of all the action tonight. She, our big deal player of the game for the Staples-Motley Cardinals here this evening. Our Enbridge Energy player of the match here tonight certainly did her action. Maybe not big on gaudy numbers as well, but Maggie Clausen, again, one of those players was right in the middle of the action nonetheless. Our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game tonight, brought to you by our friends at Enbridge. As Enbridge thanks you for supporting the Line 3 replacement project. Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. It was done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. Thank you from Enbridge. Gobblers fall here tonight. Now 1-2 on the season. Gobblers are this year. They're going to be in action in the Barb Neprud tournament this Saturday. That's going to be over in Crosby. That'll be a fun-filled day. A lot of volleyball to be played over in Crosby coming up here on Saturday, I should say. That will be, of course, that Barb Neprud tournament that draws action from across the state of Minnesota for teams as well. Staples-Motley now 5-4. Their next schedule to play Tuesday against Monaga. Looking at our broadcast schedule coming up here the rest of this week. Tomorrow, we've got high school football on the airwaves. Aiken's going to be at Two Harbors on KKIN, AM 930, FM translator 103.1. We'll also have Fergus Falls playing host to Pequot Lakes, 6:30 pregame on Talk 100 KLKS. West Central area Ashby at Pillager on Cash 95.9, 3WI FM, 6:30 pregame. Crosby Ironton at Rush City on Skeeter 101.5. Again, that's a 6:30 pregame. Monaga at Pine River Bacchus. That'll be strictly yourliveevent.com with the 6:30 pregame. And then we all wrap it up the night with, after the game, with Ryan Phelps. That'll be also a 10 p.m. start on Cash 95, as well as Real Country 94.3. And then we'll also have Twins baseball joined in progress after high school football on KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1. But of course, here on yourliveevent.com, you can always follow the Aitkin Gobblers home events throughout the season by going to yourliveevent.com. And whenever those broadcasts happen, we'll carry them for you with the music, with the video stream in its entirety. Well, the Gobblers fall 3-0 here tonight, 25-20, 25-21, and fall 27-25 against Staples-Motley. This has been a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. A big thank you to Halstead Telephone Company and yourliveevent.com for allowing us to broadcast these matches at home with video, courtesy of all of our sponsors. For those tuning in tonight, maybe you check out and heard from some of our sponsors. Be sure to thank our sponsors with your patronage and always shop local here in the Brainerd Lakes area. Well, until next time, this is Paul Vold signing off here from Aitkin High School. The Cardinals sweep the Gobblers here on yourliveevent.com. You have a wonderful rest of your Thursday night. Good night, everybody.